Tonight is a celebration for all you little yeeters out there. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Zwicker from Fast Count coming at you. And then before I get into this video, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps the channel out in more ways than you even know. Plus, it's free. So tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw was all centered around the main event match. And that main event that we got tonight was Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, this is a match that I was extremely interested in, and it's a match that has kind of been building towards the last several weeks. Going into this match, I remember a few weeks ago, I did a short about Rikishi talking about how basically WWE is kind of bungling Jey Uso's push. My argument was that Jey Uso has a prominent role on the show every single week. He is one of the biggest merch sellers in the company. He gets one of the loudest reactions in the company. So I don't know what else you could do outside of giving him the championship that Gunther has or Braun Breaker had. And I was getting a lot of backlash from people saying, put the title on the guy, put the title on the guy. And in my mind, I know AEW uses this phrase a lot, or at least they did, was they talked about pillars. How this individual was a pillar of the company or that individual was a pillar of the company. Well, for WWE, two guys that I consider to be pillars of the company is Gunther and Braun Breaker. So in my mind, Braun Breaker just won the championship at SummerSlam. It was not too long ago. And this is a guy who potentially is the next in line to be the top guy in the company. So in my mind, I didn't see any pathway to where Jey Uso should be taking the title off of this guy. And I was wrong. One of the things that I really sat there and I kind of just ignored, and it's one of the most important aspects of wrestling, is you want to reward the fans. And Jake, I said before, Jey Uso is one of the most over guys in the company outside of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. And you don't want to sit there and take that reaction that he gets for granted. You want that reaction to pay off. You want people to feel like they got something for supporting this guy. And that is what we got tonight. We saw Jey Uso win the Intercontinental Championship, and we saw it presented as such a big deal. And it was nice to see, outside of Gunther's long title reign that he had, this is a championship that really hasn't felt that prestigious since maybe the mid-2000s. And even then, you can even argue it wasn't as prestigious as it felt in the 90s. But tonight, we saw all these people who were supporting Jey Uso, have been on Jey Uso since he's broken out as a single wrestler, finally get the moment that they wanted to see. Leading up to this match, we saw backstage promo segments between Braun Breaker and we saw Jey Uso, and we also saw video packages hyping up this match. The moment that I should have known that Braun Breaker was going to lose was when he was cutting a backstage promo with Kathy Kelly and was telling her that he is going to be the Intercontinental Champion forever. Now, things like that are kind of dead giveaways. I should have known. My knowledge as a wrestling fan that I've been watching for years, I should have known that was telling me right there that Jey Uso was going to lose. But I wasn't thinking. And like I said before, and this was an aspect that we've kind of been missing out on, especially the tail end of the Vince McMahon era, was fans being rewarded for their support. There's so many times that we've seen people get this support, and it kind of just momentum just kind of peters out. We were at risk of seeing that happening to LA Knight a few months back when it felt as if his momentum was kind of stalling a little bit because we see him not being rewarded for this support that he's been getting until he finally won the U.S. Championship. And that's what happened with Jey Uso. The people were rewarded. It's nice to see a guy who's been in this company for a decade plus finally be able to get this single recognition that he is probably deserved for a long time. And everybody went home happy. I don't know what they're going to do with Braun Breaker now. I think he will be fine at the end of the day. But it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to be able to tell this story with Braun Breaker probably wanting a rematch with Jey Uso and probably being the guy who's not the hunted anymore, but is the hunter. And we are going to see something very interesting with him. And I am very looking forward to what he has in the future. I believe that it's not if, but when he is going to be the heavyweight champion. But it's going to be cool to see what they have in the meantime for him. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Are you happy that Jey Uso won? Are you sad that Braun Breaker lost? How did you enjoy the match? Was this something that you wanted to see? Let me know in the comment section. And like I said before, remember to like and subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000 subs. I know that may not seem like a lot of subs for a lot of people, but for me, that's a number that is very sentimental. And I would very much appreciate it if you guys were able to help me accomplish that. So like I said, please remember to like and subscribe. I am Kevin Zwicker. I'm out.